Namaskar. Welcome to Vision of Asia Voice of Community on ITV Gold this Sunday. We have these special stories waiting for you in this special edition. We'll begin with catch-up of Ek Saath. India will rise again. Digital concert. We also have our weekly segment this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, and then we move on to a special rally in support of Sam Joshi, Mayor for Edison. He was also supported by Governor Phil Murphy. We will have one special graduation ceremony that took place in this medical college for the first time in New Jersey, which is Meridian School of Medicine. And we talked to AAPI President as well as Convention Chair related to AAPI as well as upcoming convention. A part of that conversation, and we conclude with a special dinner hosted by AIA New York in the presence of Consul General Randhir Jaiswal, with many projects supporting India in the face of COVID-19. So all this coming up right after these short messages. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Vision of Asia, a voice of the community. Staying together is important, and aptly titled Ek Saath, India will rise again. A global digital concert was organized by Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora in collaboration with Anupam Kher Foundation as well as I Am Buddha Foundation. This involved many important legendary singers who contributed selflessly to this noble cause of supporting India. We also had our own Mohan Vanchu sharing his singing talent in this special global digital concert. Here are some excerpts.
तुझको या तेरे नदीश गिरी वन को नमन करूं मैं, तुझको या तेरे नदीश गिरी वन को नमन करूं मैं, मेरे प्यारे देश देह या मन को नमन करूं मैं, किसको नमन करूं मैं भारत, किसको नमन करूं मैं। भेदों का ज्ञाता है, निगुड़ताओं का चिरज्ञानी है, भेदों का ज्ञाता है, निगुड़ताओं का चिरज्ञानी है, मेरे प्यारे देश नहीं तू पत्थर है पानी है, जड़ताओं में छिपे किसी चेतन को नमन करूं मैं। भारत नहीं स्थान का वाचक, भारत नहीं स्थान का वाचक, गुण विशेष नर का है, एक देश नहीं शील ये भूमंडल भर का है, जहां कहीं एकता अखंडित, जहां प्रेम का स्वर है, देश देश में वहां खड़ा भारत जीवित भास्कर है।
ये मकसद मानवता के लिए है, हमारे अस्तित्व के लिए है और हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए है। इस ऑनलाइन फंड रेजिंग से हम मदद उन लोगों की कर रहे हैं जिन्हें हमारी सख्त ज़रूरत है, पर हम ये ना भूलें, यहाँ हम जो दे रहे हैं उसके बदले में हमें जो वापस मिलेगा वो कहीं ज़्यादा होगा।
तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना है जोर कितना, देखना है जोर कितना, बाजुए कातिल में है, देखना है जोर कितना। दुश्मन बहुत ताकतवर है, छल कपट से हमारे घरों में घुसना चाहता है। पर क्या इतने हम कमज़ोर हैं? क्या हम हार मानेंगे? नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं। ज़रा सावधान से रहे और वैक्सीन ज़रूर लें।
छोटा सा साया था, आंखों में आया था, हमने दो बूंदों में मन भर लिया। हमको किनारा मिल गया है जिंदगी। ला 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 ला, हमको किनारा मिल गया है जिंदगी। ऐ जिंदगी गले लगा ले।
गूंजी सी है सारी फिजा, जैसे बजती हो शहनाइयाँ, लहराती है महकी हवा, गुनगुनाती है तन्हाइयाँ। सब गाते हैं, सब ही मदहोश हैं, हम तुम क्यों खामोश हैं? साज़े दिल छेड़ो ना, चुप हो क्यों गाओ ना, आओ ना, आओ ना, आओ ना, आओ ना। नन्ही 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 बूंदियाँ रे, सावन का मेरा झूलना। नन्ही नन्ही बूंदियाँ रे, सावन का मेरा झूलना। नन्ही नन्ही बूंदियाँ रे, सावन का मेरा झूलना। एक झूला डाला मैंने अम्मा जी के बाग में, एक झूला डाला मैंने बाबा जी के बाग में, हरी अम्मा जी के बाग में, हरी बाबा जी के बाग में। हरी 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 चूड़ियाँ रे, सावन का मेरा झूलना।
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, आटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, आटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। ओ राही 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 ओ राही।
पद्मा
And now time to meet Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. In this week's segment, we talk about present situation and areas of hope with the announcement that there will be free vaccine available for anyone above 18 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And now time for weekly show with a passionate India lover, Chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Get ready for loving sharing from physician, philanthropist, publisher and India advocate in this week. Namaskar. Welcome to this special edition of This Week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Doctor, welcome. Namaste.
Namaskar.
So as we meet today, there is something which has created a sense of additional hope relating to the address of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in India. And one of the announcements that he made yesterday was from 22nd June onwards, Center would be giving vaccine for free to all the states, and anyone above 18 would be able to get it for free. So your response to this announcement, actually?
I think it's a great announcement, and I think it's a right announcement. A government should give vaccine all adults free of charge to all the state, and I think that's the right decision. And I think we should applaud the decision, and I think that will be very, very helpful to end the pandemic in India.
And talking about the pandemic situation in India now, that there are many states under lockdown. So Government of India, as Prime Minister announced, would also be offering free food supplies till Diwali 2021 to nearly 80 crore people. That's phenomenal. Your take on this decision, because earlier it was to end as per previous year's announcement.
No, I think it's a good announcement. I mean, it's a great announcement, and it is a necessary announcement because this second wave was very, very serious, very severe, and very kind of devastating to the people for their economy, their livelihood, their situation, ability to buy food or any other things. So this kind of help from the government is always welcome.
And now talking about the help and harmony going together, in terms of the divide among some factors which leads to a sense of division, whether they are political or they are due to the pull of resources based on different religions, etc. Do you foresee a fresh initiative which would address these kind of issues? What recently came up from Bengal also?
No, I mean, there should not be any controversy, or there should not be any kind of unnecessary political issues to be raised as far as the fighting of the pandemic is concerned. Fighting of the pandemic has to be done by, in the leadership of the government of India, has to be done by every party, every religion, every section of the society together. And unless you do that, fighting against pandemic becomes very difficult.
And now let us look at another positive news coming from World Bank, which has projected India's economy is to grow 8.3% this year. And that kind of expansion is much more than the global expansion of economy. What do you think are the contributing factors for this projection?
No, I think, growth rate will be 1% down than what they were predicting beginning of the year. But India's 8% growth is, it's good, but it's not. They were predicting 11% before. So I think 8% is not that great, but it is also is not that bad either. And the growth percentage of the GDP growth you cannot compare the percentage from one country to other country, but because it depends upon the country's GDP, it depends upon the population and so forth. So I think India's growth, 8%, is a very healthy growth. And we are happy, in spite of this second wave, India will have healthy growth in their GDP.
And in this context, the way NRI community, that includes you and several organizations, came forward to support India, how do you see that actually resulted into a faster pace of countering the challenge of COVID-19? And do you see that there is a need to continue momentum of having this kind of support, which many hospitals are also mobilizing, many organizations are also mobilizing with supplies and other technical know-how for India?
Yes, this kind of support from the NRI and Indian American outside India is very critical and very important, and it should continue. And not only NRI, but even the different countries should help the India to meet the challenges of this new virus and new wave and whatever this severity of the pandemic. So I think it's a great idea. We should continue. And now we should continue is a vaccination. If yesterday only someone called me and they have 400,000 dosage of vaccines, and they want to sell it to India, but we are not sure, because that is how what is a kind of logistic about it, because still India has not approved certain vaccines which are available in the Western world. Therefore, and there is still liability issue is not settled. So I think that buying vaccine from here and sending there is probably in immediate future is not possible, but later on maybe. But I think India has already made a arrangement of production of the enough vaccine by July, and that's why what Prime Minister says, that everyone, all adult above 18 years of age, will get the vaccine, which will be free, and regardless of what state person belongs to.
During this COVID-19, especially second wave, one, there was shortage of resources. Second, there were news that doctors were not very clear as to what way they should extend help for the patient. So it was kind of a trial and error, as based on what I read through newspapers at several places. My question to you, the central guidelines for all the physicians, probably that was missing. Now maybe they have worked on it. Your take on this situation of confusion as to how to treat the patients?
No. There was no confusion how to treat the patients in the medical field, in the medical fraternity. Because every patient is different, what stage of the patient is there, and they know pretty much guideline how to treat the patient in the first week of the illness and second week of illness, and when they need when they are needed oxygen or ventilator and so forth. So I think there is no confusion among the medical fraternity about how to treat the patient. But in the beginning of the second wave, unfortunately, we had a oxygen supply distribution problem. And I think within a week or two, it all got settled. And now we have plenty of oxygen there in India. And the distribution is also very smooth and seamless. And I think that helps. And otherwise, the number of medication, name of the medication, they all are known to the medical fraternity how to treat the patient. So there is no confusion or controversy about, and they don't need a dictation from the government for that. It's a medical field, and medical fraternity or ISCMR usually decides what drug is approved, what drug is not approved, what drug is useful, which drug is not useful.
I agree with you, and probably the way I asked you, it appeared as if I'm suggesting that government should be playing that role. What I meant was medical fraternity themselves, having some central body with up-to-date guidelines because this was an
But I think I don't know where you read that kind of report.
okay. Let me bring to your attention that there were some medications which were
medical body has there is a medical body called ICMR, Indian Institute of Research Institute of India, Central Research Institute, and they are the one who are responsible for what medication to be used and what not to use. So when to use is all depends upon the doctor who is treating the patient, because it all depends upon what stage of the patient they are treating. So that as simple as that, and there was no confusion about it. Only problem with the second wave is it came very suddenly. People kind of caught little in surprise, and oxygen distribution was not properly coordinated in the beginning, and that was a problem. There is no other problem with the drug.
So not disagreeing with you, but just to fill in what I was coming at from was there were some reports regarding use of steroids for certain patients, and maybe it was a subjective thing. And also there was one medicine.
No, it's not something. Again, you are not. I mean, expressing the fact. Use of steroid, we all know as a medical fraternity when to use steroid. And the steroid is always used in the beginning as well as during the crisis, COVID crisis, during the hospitalization. But how to use, when to use, how much to use, that doctor knows about it, and they do take care of that. So there is no controversy about how to use steroids. Steroids are useful when it is used in the first 5 days of the illness. And it is useful when there is a kind of COVID crisis in the lungs, and they all know how to use the steroid and what dosage to be used. But because of the indiscriminate use of the steroid in India, because of any illness they give steroid, and that may not be good, because that creates a more other immunity problem, and that leads to these fungal infections which we are talking about, where people lose their vision and people lose their kind of severe lung infection, mucormycosis, and that because of the in general overuse of the steroid in medical practice in India, not particularly in COVID.
Yeah, so exactly what you just said is something that I was referring to, and I was also recollecting the case of Rohit Sardana, the well-known journalist. But moving towards learning, and as we have little time left, the National Education Policy 2020, Prime Minister Narendra Modi mentioned about a scheme YUVA, which is to mentor youth authors and indeed help them improve their writing skills and contribute to nation's intellectual discourse. From your point of view as community leader, a philanthropist, what is the best way to bring young minds towards creative, positive, and constructive side of life, in addition to helping them improve their writing skills, etc.? Anything that comes to your mind, and if you are to interact with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, you may want to suggest to him.
Well, I mean, it is a great idea, and it should be done right from the high school and college time too, because that's the time when you can educate, you can mold, you can guide young mind and young talent, and I think it should be done right from there, and continue promoting those ability of the people or young people, and give them kind of more more help or more praise or more positive attitude towards that. And I think that always helps, because young mind and young talent can give us, if you educate them properly, if you treat them properly, if you mold them properly, then they can give you very, very useful writing, education back to the community.
Absolutely. So I appreciate your presence with us and such candid conversation. Your parting words for our viewers.
Again, we are saying the same thing, same mantra, that vaccine is safe. Vaccine is safe. All vaccines are equally effective. You must get vaccinated. Only way to end this pandemic is to get maximum number of people to be vaccinated. And if you do that, you will be doing service to yourself, and you are doing service to the other people and country. So please get vaccinated, and that should be the mantra. And thank you again joining us this week, and we'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye. Jai Hind. God bless America. God bless India, and God bless Indian American community. Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching Vision of Asia Voice of Community on ITV Gold, and this program, as you see, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, with a special weekly edition prepared for you to be seen on Sunday at 11 a.m. on ITV Gold. We appreciate your continued support and love. Stay with us. Program continues right after these short messages. Sam Joshi is a young Indian American who is deeply immersed in serving on the political front also. And as he's contesting for becoming Addison's mayor, he is garnering a lot of support from many important people, and a rally was organized in his support as well as members of his team.
Victory! 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 I love you all! Thank you all! Column A! All the way! Column A! All the way! Column A! All the way!
Today I'm so incredibly excited because we are representing the values of the Democratic Party right here. This is one of the largest rallies that Edison Township has ever had, that Middlesex County has ever had, and also one of the biggest that New Jersey has ever had. The fact of the matter is that we are on the brink of electing the ticket that represents the values of the Democratic Party. On tomorrow, please go out and vote. Vote column A from top to bottom, Governor Murphy all the way down. Thank you, and let's bring it home, Edison.
But we've come so far, folks. Think about how far we've come. Minimum wage to $15 an hour, protected women's health, criminal justice reform, all-time high investments in public education and infrastructure and in public health. Tax equity and tax fairness with the middle class are the winners. We've done so much together, but boy, let me say this, and tomorrow it really is the big day to start this whole process toward having the next 4 years to work, because we have a lot of journeys still to finish. In fact, we've got a lot of journeys still to travel, and we will do that together. But I cannot do that without you folks. So I want to thank Chairman McCabe. I want to thank all of the folks on the ballot with me, all the other extraordinary elected officials.
Hi, everyone. This is Assemblyman Rob Karabinchak. I'm here at the event tonight, the rally before the voting session on June 8th. All I can say is the crowd is just growing every single minute. Look at all these great faces and look at the diversity here. This is the true community. This is what it's about. Please, everyone, come out tomorrow, June 8th. Vote column line A. Make your voice heard. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Mayor Tom Leike from Edison. We're at Lake Papiani on June 7th, which is the day before the primary, June 8th. So we're here to support the column A team, which is the governor down through Sam Joshi and his council slate. And we're just asking everybody come on out and vote column A.
Hey, Edison, I am Nishith Patel. I'm running on the council on column A. I'm looking forward to you going out tomorrow and supporting the whole column. Hey, Edison, my name is Nishith Patel. I'm on column A with Sam Joshi, and I hope you come out tomorrow to support all of us. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Commissioner Chanel Scott McCullum. I'm running in this year's primary tomorrow on June 8th, and I'm with the column A team. Sam Joshi, Harris, Patel, and Pointer. Please go out tomorrow and vote for column A.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Pointer. I am one of the council candidates on Sam Joshi's slate, along with all of column A. I want to just wish everyone, come out to vote tomorrow on June 8th in the primary. We are having a wonderful time here at Lake Papiani to celebrate, tomorrow's primary. I want to thank everyone for coming out, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Assemblyman Sterling Stanley. Just want to tell everybody, make sure you come out and vote tomorrow because that is your right as a U.S. citizen. Don't abdicate that right. You need to come out and vote. And make sure you vote for column A all the way. Started from Governor Murphy all the way down to the local ticket of Sam Joshi and his council candidates. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Biral Patel, member of Edison Township Board of Education. What an amazing event organized by Middlesex County Democratic Organization. Hundreds and hundreds of people are here. That's amazing. What an energy. Everyone, tomorrow is the primary for Democrat Party and the Republican Party. Please go and vote. It's very important to vote. Please go and vote. Biral Patel. Thank you.
We are proud Democrats. We are proud to be part of Line A. We're proud to support Sam Joshi, the next mayor, and we are ultimately proud of our Governor Phil Murphy. And I'm proud of this guy on my left, our Freeholder Commissioner, Ron Rios. Ronnie?
It's so great to be here and support the A-Line team, starting with Governor Murphy, with Senator Deignan, Assembly members Karabinchak, and Sterling, our surrogate, all the Democrats on column A, and I'm sure Sam Joshi is going to be a great mayor.
Well, I'm just really happy to be here at this rally for Sam Joshi and all the Democrats in column A. Want to make sure everybody goes out and votes tomorrow. Tomorrow, Tuesday, June 8th, go out and vote for Sam Joshi and everyone in column A.
Hi, I'm Margot Harris, running for council. So proud to be on the A team. We're gonna knock it out of the park tomorrow. Thank you.
In Hackensack, it was a historical moment. For the first time, this new medical college in New Jersey hosted its graduation ceremony, and Meridian School of Medicine shows promises. Take a look.
This is a remarkably important day in the history of the School of Medicine. It's a day in which we realize that our students, our faculty, our cabinet, all the hospital that is in which we are a member, all embrace and are excited about the importance of the social determinants of health. It's a day that I honestly see is going to guarantee that over the next decade or two, we really are able to regain a position of effectively treating our patients, something that has slid away, as you heard about today, because we were not concentrating enough on the social determinants of health, and instead we're putting everything into the healthcare facilities. Those are very important, but they cannot do the job alone. We must also be looking at the social determinants, and it was so clear that those 18 students who are graduating really learn that lesson and really know how to apply it. So it was an incredibly uplifting day for me, and I think for everyone else involved in the medical school, which was pretty much everyone in the audience. So stay tuned. I think we're going to begin to see a real change in the outcomes of healthcare in the United States, and it's going to happen before we get even further off course than we want to be. So this is a great news day.
It's a really great feeling. Going into this, we're all kind of, being like, there's a lot of new things with the school, and a lot of things that are not necessarily put together, and we had to kind of work through. So to see it all come together in the end with this graduation, and I'd say definitely this is a good option for you if you're interested in, I think, the real issues that plague the American healthcare system. The social issues that kind of I think are at the core of the reason that our outcomes are not so great. This school definitely gives you a solid foundation in covering the kind of new direction of healthcare.
It feels amazing. This day has been a long time coming. It's been a long journey for all of us. It's been such a privilege to be part of an inaugural class of a new medical school, and I'm really excited to continue working at the Hackensack Meridian Health Network and changing the way that healthcare is practiced in New Jersey. I think this day is really important. It's an important milestone to really reflect on all of the accomplishments and all of the hard work that is taken to reach this point. It hasn't been easy training during a pandemic, and we were in the middle of our clerkships in the hospitals when the pandemic started last March. And I think our school did a really great job adapting to this set of unusual circumstances, and it's really rewarding to see the fruits of all of our hard work.
Today we're here for our graduation. We're the first inaugural class at Hackensack Meridian School of Medicine. It's been a great 3 years, but now we're all very much looking forward to entering our next stage of our career and training as physicians. So along with all my classmates here today, we'll be entering residency in July. I will be going to Hackensack University Medical Center for anesthesiology, where I'll spend the next 4 years training to become an anesthesiologist. Before medical school, I was a nurse, and I finally achieved my dream now of becoming a physician and taking care of patients for the rest of my life. I'm so thankful to everyone here that made this possible. The support of my mother and father, without their sacrifice, I would not be able to achieve what I have today. It's upon their sacrifice that the foundation's been built for me to achieve this milestone. And I think we're all very thankful and happy to have such wonderful people in our lives that made this possible today.
Yeah, my name is Yogesh Majumdar, and I'm proud for my son, Jai Majumdar. He became today MD, and he's studying with anesthesiology. And I'm so proud as my son. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. My name is Stanley R. Terlecki. I'm Associate Dean of Research and Graduate Studies, Chair of the Department of Medical Sciences here at the Hackensack Meridian School of Medicine, and I couldn't be more delighted to speak to you tonight about how proud we are of our students. These students came to us not because they are intellectually gifted, they are. Not because they're immensely talented, they are. But because they're committed to making a difference. And that difference comes in an understanding that health and well-being does not begin and end in a doctor's office, but rather there's behavior, there's context, there's community. And our students understand that. The students of the Hackensack Meridian School of Medicine are going to make a difference. And I couldn't be more proud to tell you about that tonight. And I thank you for the time.
My name's Anshu Kataria. I had a great time at graduation. Looking forward to being a great physician.
Hello, my name's Tony Varghese. I had a great time at graduation as well, and I'm really looking forward to start residency.
My name is Jay Majmundar. I'm also one of the graduates here with my friends. Looking forward to the next chapter in our lives, becoming doctors.
Dr. Sudhakar has led an important organization, AAPI, and what this organization, which involves many important physicians of Indian origin, is doing and looking up to this special 4th July weekend. They are organizing annual convention at Atlanta. Convention chair Dr. Sreeni also talked to us. Here are some excerpts from conversation with Dr. Sudhakar and Dr. Sreeni. Dr. Sudhakar, these months or past 2 years almost have been very, very challenging. And so being president of AAPI, when you see the way COVID-19 unfolded here in America as well as its impact was felt in India, what went on in your mind being president, and you have a lot of programs that are organized. So COVID-19 gave you a different sort of a need to look at, and how you responded. Please share.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Mr. Vyas, for having us.
And also, I want to thank Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh, giving a platform for ITV Gold. I took the gavel in July last year during midst of the pandemic. I can say midst of pandemic in virtually. And since then, we AAPI worked very hard to see how we can able to handle this pandemic, including in India as well as in the United States. Last year, AAPI, the first physician organization, took a challenge and educate the physicians and the community how to take care of the COVID patients and how to deal with the COVID conditions, stress, everything. And we are the AAPI physicians, the one who told the government of the United States that plasma therapy is the main treatment at the time, and steroid therapy also a major treatment at the time, because the Italians and the Spanish physicians at the time, they were not encouraging steroids to be used, but we are the one actually promoted steroids as a useful medication to treat with the COVID patient. And also last year in 2000, we did pretty much a lot of activities and webinars. I think also gave donation the PPE to the major hospital like Robert Johnson Hospital, Cook County Hospital, and nursing homes, and also wrote some prescriptions for the families stuck here, including cancer patients, and share a blanket program, and nurses treat during the nurses week, because they are the one most like physicians and they are frontline workers, and they've been treated very well and appreciate their work taking care of the sick patients with COVID.
Allow me to interrupt you for a quick second, and I'll take Sreeniji's input on. Many times we have the impression that administration, especially under President Trump, or this was a criticism that they are not responding or they are not receptive to ideas. So when you say that AAPI physicians suggested this, so overall, how have been the dynamics of communication, Dr. Sreeni, and many doctors feel sometimes that they do not have enough political clout to have proper ears at the right place. So, a quick response on that.
Thank you, Ashokji. Thank you, ITV Gold, for this opportunity. I think when these difficult, challenging times, nobody knew exactly what to do. We went by what is the best available course, and there are multiple doctors presenting with multiple different kind of treatment options, the preventive options. So the government has to take everything into one and then decide which is the best course of action. I can't blame government taking one side versus the other. You don't want to take something into one side and then realize that that's not the right best course of action at the time. So both Trump as a president is a team, or President Biden, both of them, they have a great team of doctors and the bureaucrats working together to make the best available decision at the time. But things have been changing, month to month. Like Dr. Sudhakar said, we've had so many webinars in the last year. So what the webinars initially, what we were talking about versus webinars in the last 3 to 4 months is entirely different, because the data we had, the research we had was entirely different compared with what we have. But under the resources, what we have, under the data we have, all the frontline workers, including the physicians, nurses, the AAPI team and the AMA team have done a wonderful job to be where we are right now.
Share your expectation from someone like Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh and our media, ITV Gold, as well as Parikh Worldwide Media's newspapers, in what way they could join hands in making AAPI convention a success?
So AAPI, we want to make it a very memorable event for all the people, all the members, media, or sponsors. We want to make it a very memorable event. So I think Sudhakar, as a president, took the AAPI to the next level. I know it was a challenging year, but he has done a great job with the guidance of Padma Shri Dr. Parikh, with his blessings and the guidance. I think we can make the successful convention as well as the AAPI go to the next level with the guidance of all the future the leaders.
Absolutely. Dr. Sudhakar, final words from you.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Vas, for having us today. And also thank ITV Gold and Padma Shri Sudhir Parikh. He's like our mentor all the time. He always smile on the face. He always welcome. And he's a part of our AAPI family. and he always support us. And during this pandemic, he told me, listen, don't worry about ITV. We are with you. We will come to the convention, and Mr. Vass, I'm sure I'm looking forward to see you there in Atlanta. And first of all, through ITV Gold, I want to thank Seva, which is a wonderful organization, and they supported. We had a partnership with Seva in the beginning of my distribution of the first concentrators. They did an excellent job, and they are all the time. They are there for us, during this pandemic, and of course, the telehealth platform really brought us to next level of AAPI.
Absolutely.
And thank to the Global and the leadership of AAPI very supportive and made my life much easy.
AIA plays an important role, being an umbrella organization for many associations, and New York chapter is led by Harish Thakkar, who is known to have done tremendous work as president. He also mobilized special support for India, and at an event hosted at Long Island, Consul General Randhir Jaiswal was also present along with many important dignitaries. What happened? Here are some glimpses.
Hi, my name is Harish Thakkar. I am the president of Association of Indians in America, New York chapter. As AI is the oldest organization in US. But this year also, we sent out over $150,000 to India, to various hospitals, Gurudwara, and other NGOs. And with help of Northwell Hospital, our Dr. Shashisha played very important role to send out almost over $5 million medical supply to India through Northwell.
I thank the President, Mr. Harish Thakkar, and Dr. Shashisha for giving me this chance to be a part of the AIA, and looking forward to grow with AIA. And help the Indian community and be a part of this Indian community. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Radhika Shroff, and I'm very excited to be in this part of this group, AIA, and I'm very, very excited to do a lot of work with this organization for youth and for the community. Thank you.
Our president and the executive committee have decided to launch a website which will be launched today. They will explain to continue to collect the funds to support through different organizations the problems in India.
At this time for India project, we came across and we wanted to help people, so we have sent in oxygen concentrator through the project, and now we have developed collaboration with North Shore University Hospital.
Today we have a meeting to organize the program to celebrate the Diwali. Just wanted to update that we are promoting, we are actually helping India in the COVID pandemic that is going on. We've been sending oxygen generators over there and some other PPEs to help the needy people, the poor people, and everyone has been contributing and doing everything possible. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Hita Takar. I'm with AIA, Association of Indians in America, New York chapter. I've been involved with this organization for a very long time, about 10 to 11 years. I've been working with this organization, seeing them through with a lot of the things that they've done. And this year, I'm extremely proud of them for the achievements that they've come through with. Like, we've been getting donations and helping India for its COVID situation.
And we saw that there was a need for our partners in India. How could we not try to help? And we've always had a good, long relationship with AIA, mouthful, AIA. And we would honor and feel a privilege to be able to be partners with all of you. And so we felt it an obligation and a privilege to help. And we tried to do as much as we can in our small way. So I thank you on behalf of the health system. I thank you myself for that very nice award. I really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting that, Sashi. And I thank all of you for everything that you do for your community and for the Indian community. Thank you so, so much.
And now time to say goodbye from today's Vision of Asia Voice of the Community. But before we do that, regular weekly ritual of recollecting with you and inviting you to join us at our Facebook page by becoming Friends of ITV Gold Facebook page, as well as subscribing to our YouTube channel, and keep writing events@itvgold.com. Thank you very much for being a part of Vision of Asia. Stay well, take care. This is Ashok Vyas. Namaste.